After going through 4 successive phases of lockdown, we are now in a phase of unlocking. An unlocking of hope, an unlocking of opportunities, and an unlocking of the human spirit that triumphs over all obstacles. One company that is demonstrating this in ample measure is SR Ports. And we are very happy today to have with us Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, the MD and CEO of the company, to tell us exactly how they're doing it. Hello and welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I think in the last 4 months, all of us have seen an unprecedented situation where worldwide there is this phenomena of lockdown which has been observed, and in different stages of this lockdown, we have gone through various situations where there's a complete lockdown in activities, resulting in complete lockdown in economy and the process of consumption, etc. So we, as an entity which we have ports in various locations in India with 110 million tons of capacity. I'm proud to say that we have not had even one single day of lockdown. And as an essential service, our ports have been operational all throughout in these circumstances. So I would like to say that our people have done a tremendous job at all our locations, giving their best under various trying conditions to continue the working, and we have continued to do better and better in these months, starting from the end of March till date.
Could you compare the performance, the cargo performance of SR Ports during the lockdown that was imposed to curb the pandemic with that of the performance after Unlock 1.0 was announced?
In the first month of March, we had maybe close to about 50% performance or 45% performance from our normal levels. So we did close to about 2 million tons of cargo. And in the last month of June, we handled about 4.4 million tons. So there has been a huge increase. And in overall terms, in these 3 months, we have done about 11.23 million, and which is a decent performance. But in the month of June, we have come almost close to the normal what we used to do in these months in earlier years also. So we are quite hopeful that this trend will continue and we will improve on this, but a lot will depend on finally how the consumption story pans out, how people start consuming not just the essentials which are being consumed today, but also all the other facets of consumption, be it the like the automobile sector or the construction sector or electronics or whatever, all the various other facets of consumption have to play out for final a normal economy to start functioning.
That is truly impressive. But who are your key customers and how have their cargo requirement needs varied before and after the lockdown?
Well, we are in the bulk area, so we do mostly dry bulk. So most of our customers are like power plants, steel plants, refineries, mining companies, and various other customers who consume coal and coal, etc. So we have had, as I said, it started off slowly, and then I think the companies, many of which are also under essential commodities, so they have also wrapped up quite well, and so they are also experiencing similar trends, and they have come to almost normal situation. So I think we are seeing that there is an encouraging increase in the activity, but the next level from from our customers to their customers is another journey, which also has to pan out well, and which is what we expect to start happening in the next 2-3 months.
So, are you eyeing any expansion in your existing terminals? Any plans to enter specific cargoes?
We are looking at diversifying our product base, the cargo base that we handle. So we are looking at LNG, we are looking at container ship and liquids. So we are looking at expansion at many of our locations, and which will also diversify our customer base. And also we are looking at making various changes in terms of the way we see growth coming in years to come, so that we can look at the new trends which are coming in the economy and in the world in times to come, whether it is digitization, whether it is mechanization, or it is moving towards more green economy. So we are keeping a good eye on all of these developments and moving towards creating a more sustainable business and a sustainable company.
Finally, what is the outlook for the port sector given current events? How do you think SR Ports and its peers can contribute to the vision of port-led development in India?
When we talk about port-led development, we are talking about developing ports all over the coast of the country, and so that what we have seen and what we all can see, that many of the large cities in the world are near the ports. So ports are a very natural, you can say, a catalyst to growth. Whether it is Mumbai or Chennai or Visakhapatnam or Kolkata, and globally, whether it is Dubai, Singapore, so many cities that you see are actually port cities, and development happens around these cities. So the vision is to see that we have more number of ports across the coast, so that industry and economy could get a push, and we are working towards that. We do a lot in the coastal movement of cargoes. It also will help reduce the cost of transportation, and will result in huge development. So it's not just about increasing the global trade, but it's also about interstate movement from one mode of transportation to the other mode of transportation, and how that can increase economic activity by reducing costs and improving efficiencies. So we are working on all of this, and we feel that in the times to come, more and more port-led growth is going to happen in the country, and we will be definitely a forerunner in this whole revolution that will happen.
That was a truly enriching discussion. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining us for this session today. Thank you.